Welcome back. This time I'm going to show you a little bit about decorating your stackable 3D robot. I should scoot a little closer to the mic. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're just going to add a couple little details. I'm going to take this guy, put it on top of the head, make it smaller, 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 and let's put it right here. Let's make it even a little shorter. So you can add a hat. You can do a triangle, pyramid, a sphere, like whatever you want to put on the head, you get to put on the head. I am just playing at the moment, to be honest. And honestly, fiddling around or playing with these things is a great way to learn more about them. Just experiment. And as you experiment, you will learn and figure out new things. So I selected everything, selected the align tool. I can center it this way, but I can't really center it this way because all of this is part of the object. That's why it's good sometimes to put the hat on before you do the rest of the body. But whoopsie. But that's okay. We're gonna come here. I'm gonna make it just a smidgen taller before I push it down. Bloop. There we go. So we have a weird little round bit on top of the head. I'm hoping it's small enough to fit inside of the cut opening, but actually I want this to be a little taller. Oh, that's too tall. Yeah, that'll be fine. And group it. So now I have a hat. Now, how do I find out if my hat is going to fit inside the hole? Well, previously we did do transparency. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste a new one. This new one, I'm going to turn on transparency. And I'm going to make it go up. And this time I can actually use the align. So we're going to select that one so it doesn't move. Center it this way, and oopsie. Right there, align tool, click the bottom. Oh, it is already centered that way. It claims. There we go. Now, to check that my hat fits, since I have this transparency on, I'm gonna bring it down and make sure it's aligned here, just like that. Okay, so right here we can see the dome inside that we cut. My hat does fit inside of the dome, and there's space around the top part, so that's all fine. Let's delete this one that I used for references. Okay, now I want to put a face on this guy. So I'm going to bring out a sphere. It is obviously way too big, but I can make it smaller, and I can make it shallower, and I can turn it into a hole and make it even smaller. And now I can bring it up and make it smaller again. So there is a reason it's a hole. The reason it's a hole is on the head. You have to make it a hole, or else if anything sticks out, it might get in the way of the stacking. And we don't want it to get in the way of the stacking. Control Z. I'll just use the arrow to move it over. Booyah. Okay. And now that we have these, I can go in a little bit. And there we go. Gonna group these. Boom. Now what if I want to smile inside of the face? Oh goodness. It's still processing. It'll catch up. We're gonna do this. So something about the squiggly tool that I just selected is it's really big. So we're gonna go like that. And it's gonna be way too big. But that's okay. We're gonna say done. Oh, that's not the worst attempt I've ever done. Do that there, come here, bring that down. Let's make sure. Alright. Oh. I'll make it a little smaller, a little shorter. And I'll scoot it over. We still clear there. Let's turn it into a hole. And let's go in a little further. And now we're going to group that. Boom. So now I have eyes. I don't think I'm going to put a nose on this one because I want it to be quick, but there's eyes, there's a mouth. Something interesting that you could do is put text on it as well. And this is always huge at first. So I'm going to do Andy. Let's do all caps. And there we go. Now I get to decide how big I want it. And I'll put it up here. Let's make it bigger. We'll go wider, taller. And here you can draw designs. You can import things and make them holes. You can put text. You can do whatever you want. Oopsie. To make your stuff more interesting. There we go. We have Andy. And now I'm going to copy this, paste it, bring it down a little. I'm going to put the year in here as well. And we shall see when I print it how legible this is. All right, 2024. Whoa. Okay, now I have 2 holes with text and group. When it's done, it's still thinking, of course, but smiley face, eyeballs, Andy 2024. I kind of want something on the front. We're going to do this on the front. Make it smaller. If you hold down shift while moving the corner, it will change in... It'll change both height and depth in the same amount whenever it moves. But there we go. So since this is not going inside, you can actually group this whole thing, and you can have stuff sticking out on the body instead of just set directly into it. Now it's thinking. When it's done thinking, we will see that be all solid and the same color. Here we go. Maybe. Maybe not. But either way, now I have something on the front, text on the back, hat, eyes, smiley face. And there it is. So this I can export, put it in my slicer, and 3D print it. And we'll see how it goes. Thank you for joining me. Maybe one day I'll do a revised and more organized version of these videos. Have a wonderful day.